go.
Now, everybody knows that I love to drink. This one right here is hard to drink because it's so many liquors. He put awesomeness in here. It's called the Seven Seas. It's not even on the menu. It's a secret drink. And now him and I are friends, and he's going to come and hang out with us tonight, maybe. Hey, let's go.
Oh my goodness, hold on, I got a big piece of pie cake in my face. Let's get rid of that real quick. What's up, everybody? Neverland Nate coming at you live from my kitchen today. Using a different camera, so I might look a little weirded out. I wanted to do some promotion. Drunk Dizzy Dads and Scotty's Handcrafted Vodka on the menu this evening. And we're going to be cooking tonight, so let's bring in our first chef, Skipper Sean.
Hey, what's going on, Nate?
I like how you just walked in like it's an actual cooking show.
I did. I was trying to.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
I'm not used to being set up in the kitchen, so I had to figure out how to do this. I don't know.
I've got a light over here. I had to turn off the top lights. Crazy.
I had to like lock my kids in the closet, and I don't know.
No audio. I can hear you. Can anybody else not hear us? Let us know in the comments if you cannot hear us, because we have audio.
Yeah, other people can hear us.
Okay, your house?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And we're going to bring in our newly founded, not quite initiated, Brazilian man with a beard, loves rum, rum drunk Manny. There he is.
Brazilian? Cuban, bro.
Brazilian,
Cuban
from another
beef.
country. Bro, you're new. You're new. You gotta give me some time here. You're new.
I'm the island boy.
Oh, God. We're going to go down that road now. Awesome. Great start. So, speaking of great starts, because you are new and we're trying to initiate you, it's going to take some time, but we're going to start with our favorite thing to do, and that is to take a shot. So I'm doing Showcase of Citrus shots, just from a shot glass of Showcase of Citrus.
I'll do Big's shot glass.
Oh, look at you, fancy and stuff.
Hey, it's my inaugural show. I brought out the good stuff too. Got some 12 years.
Of course.
So
happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes.
I had was it 25 year, I believe.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really
Super smooth.
Really
yeah.
Good.
Happy Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Mondays tomorrow. So however you shop well, spend money.
Cheers.
Ooh, okay. So, I'd like to also tell you what I'm drinking this evening. So this is Scotty's Handcrafted Vodka, but also with, let me show you the size of these oranges. We went and picked this at the Showcase of Citrus, which is right next to our house. These are the size of the oranges that we picked.
Damn, those things are huge, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, half the size of my head, but they're dark red inside, and I tried to do pictures of it, but it didn't do it justice, especially on this thing.
So do they sell them as oranges or blood oranges?
I don't remember that they weren't called blood oranges, and we went and picked them ourselves off the trees because right now there's like 3 different kinds of oranges you can pick there, and lemons and tangerines as well. So I am now actually have my little juicer, and I'm juicing the tangerines right now. But this is how I did the oranges. But yeah, that's what I am drinking. Sean, what are you imbibing on this evening?
Just some Summer Hummer, just some Scotty's vodka and lemonade. Keeping it easy tonight.
Summer Hummer, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I'm refusing to give up.
Summer Hummer. That's a good name.
What is it called?
What's up, Dizzy? How are you? Good to see you. Wow, everybody's got their names up so far, so that's really good. People have been listening to us say "Face beaucoup zer," which is French for Facebook user, and soon everybody's just going to be called Meta Machines, I guess, or whatever they're changing their name to.
So what if somebody changes their profile name to Facebook user?
I mean, they can, and it's "Face beaucoup zer."
Sorry.
So tonight, like we told you, and sorry that the stream for the post for the stream didn't come out. Sean and I were having a bitch of a time yesterday. We could StreamYard wasn't letting us do anything. We could log into it, but we couldn't post. We couldn't change where we were posting it to, and it just kept saying, sorry, it's a problem, it's probably Facebook. It probably was, but...
It had nothing to do with the fact that we were drunk at SeaWorld at all.
No, not at all. Because we did that.
nothing
We
to
did
do
well. To be fair, we tried to do it before then, and that's when we were having the problems, and then we decided to go to and get drunk at SeaWorld. And Manny even joined us at SeaWorld as well. And SeaWorld was actually awesome. My son was in town. He went back today. And Manny took him on Manta and...
Mako.
Mako. They're two of the coasters that are there, and that was actually pretty fun. We watched the Orca show.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was a great time. Beautiful weather. It was like 70 degrees because that's what it is pretty much every day in Florida right now, I guess. Like the next
pretty
2
cool at
months,
night, though.
I think we're getting a cold front soon, too, though.
Tonight?
Yeah, it's supposed to go down to like, well, it rained a little while ago, apparently. Ray took the dogs out. Ooh. Ray will not be on the show this evening. Ray tripped and fell last night and hurt herself, so she's not going to be on the stream. Not that she ever is, but I just wanted to say that before anybody sees her and blames me for it. So... like we said, tonight we are going to be doing leftover cooking. Yes. No, I don't know who that was. But so, Sean, what are you doing? Oh, okay. So we went to Sean's house for Thanksgiving. We posted a picture. It said, "Hope she gets better soon." So Christmas pretty and snow. I was at Sean's house. There was probably, I don't know, 12 of us, I guess, maybe a couple more.
I think 15 total.
Yep, and then we started raging at like 11:30, and then it got sloppy. I think we did like 40 shots.
And they were all cream based, which killed all the stomachs.
It really did. Like I even had to take a timeout and go outside.
We did a lot of shots.
A lot. Especially when we started playing bar dice, when it was just you and I doing speed rounds.
I forgot about
And even though whoever lost, the other person was doing shots with them, so there was really no loser. We were both losers, and it was awesome.
There was time we were doing 3 or 4 at a time as well. So
right. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, and with the doubles, and then remember we had like 4 in front of us at one time, and then we did the 3 creams at one time. Yeah, it was probably 40 shots. But that being said, we had some leftovers, so we wanted to do a leftover food cooking show. This is going to be our first cooking show. We're not going to do them all the time. When we have something that we want to cook and want to do, like have fun with. I haven't done mine yet. I haven't made any of mine yet. Sean's just putting his together, and Manny's just going to sit back and be like, "Wow, you guys are fucking nasty."
I don't cook.
He's going to judge us.
Right.
I wish you could cook.
What are you doing, Sean?
Okay, so I know there's kind of a controversy, like if mac and cheese is a Thanksgiving dish, but since we're from Wisconsin, we always include mac and cheese for Thanksgiving.
Well, anything cheese, yeah. Anything
Right.
cheese.
And this year we did a lobster smoked Gouda mac and cheese.
Yeah, that was really good.
But that was gone, so then I made the kids the next day some regular mac and cheese. So I'm just using the regular mac and cheese right now, but we had a lot left, and normally we just toss it because it's really never good the next day because it's kind of like just eh. It's kind of what it looks like when it started off with, just plain mac and cheese. But I'm making mac and cheese deep fried balls, mac and cheese balls.
Okay, awesome.
Basically all I'm doing is
those Sean's cheesy balls.
Sean's cheesy balls.
Deep fried Sean's deep fried balls.
But I made one so far, and I think it worked. It turned out. Yesterday, I scooped the mac and cheese into balls, and I froze them. So we got some frozen just mac and cheese balls, and I'm just dipping them in some egg wash and some Italian breadcrumbs and throw them in the deep fryer. And this is how the first one kind of came out. I mean, it looks crispy. It looks good. I'll see if it froze it inside or not, so we don't know.
Right.
Find out.
Give it a shot. See what's going on, or make one. Make one for us first to get a nice fresh one.
He's cutting it in half, bro. Let's see what it looks like.
Burn your face.
Let's see the inside of his balls.
It's nice and hot, actually. It's
his balls are steamy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those are really fucking good. Not gonna lie. Those are really good.
And hot, right?
And hot.
Right.
Well, like I said, easy to do. You just when your mac and cheese cools off, you just kind of clump it into a ball. Mine weren't really sticking together the greatest, so I kind of just shoved it all together, threw it in the freezer, and then you just, like I said, you just dip it in your egg wash.
Dip it in your egg wash.
Oh, and I added some breadcrumbs to like that extra crispy and kind of gives it some flavor.
Gotcha.
And then you just you just get a creamy ball. And then mine went in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 10 minutes, and it came out nice and crispy, hot inside, and it's pretty good.
So it's a healthy mac and cheese ball.
Very. Health and cheese, I think is what you should call it. Health and cheese balls. Deep fried health and cheese balls. They are short.
Oh no, they're air fried.
There he is, or there she is. There's Fache Book. Who's there? They are Sean's sweaty ball. Now, if you're not familiar with that skit from Saturday Night Live, there, sweaty balls.
What she say? They're nice and tender and moist.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the worst word, Manny. Moist.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually the second worst. The worst word ever is Davenport.
Davenport?
Yes. And I told Nate and Ray I would not visit them if they moved to Davenport, Florida. I refused.
Yeah.
All right. So what I did was I put together a quick. Oh, I'm gonna go over here. A quick waffle batter. Okay, with a little bit of. It's Bisquick, an egg, milk, and a little bit of vegetable oil. And
is there some Scotty's vodka in there?
No. I cut up some. I already cut up some turkey, and got a bunch of the stuffing together, and I'm just going to put that into the mix.
Speaking of vodka, the last show I said how I hate cranberry sauce. Like, I just hate it. But Nate made some cranberry sauce infused with Scotty's vodka, and I actually tried it, and it was pretty damn good. Not gonna lie.
Yep. So I'm just going to mix this together, and I am using, of course, my Mickey waffle iron, which makes 3 small waffles at a time. Oh, there you go. Ray needed water last night, Steve, like you read about. It was pretty special. So I got that out of the way. Get a device for pouring this stuff into the waffle iron.
A ladle?
Nice little. No, I've got this little black cup that I use. That's got a little spout on it.
Oh. So what exactly are you making? Like, what's it called?
It's going to be Thanksgiving waffles. Thanksgiving Mickey waffles.
Okay.
And I found this spray, actually, that's a lot better. I don't know if anybody uses Pam or anything like that, but it's baking spray, but it's got flour in it. And it actually works really good to get this stuff to not stick, but I'm really interested to see how these are going to come out because, it's chunky stuff. Now, I did see this on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Triple D?
There was a waffle company, a place that makes these, but I don't think they use as much batter. I think what they use mostly is just the ingredients from Thanksgiving. They call them like Thanksgiving waffles. So let's get this side going. So this makes 3 at a time, and it alerts me when it's done. So just put them in, flip them. Yep. And
did you buy that at Disney or at a
no, it was actually on sale at CVS across from my office. Where
does it make the little ones or the big ones?
It's 3. It makes 3 little ones.
Oh, so can you make 6 total at a time?
Yep.
Okay, mine does top and bottom. Do you have the official Disney waffle mix?
We have used that a bunch in the past. It's the that one that comes in that yellow like tin.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah, but this is just Bisquick.
Okay.
So that's what I used for tonight. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so trying to think of what we did drink though. What mixed drinks did we have when we were there at your house? I mean, we were drinking. You were making everything. We were making Mai Tais. We had what were the shots? What are those red shots you make? What's in them?
The red shots? I don't remember a red shot.
The ones in the middle, and then you put the Red Bull around it.
Oh, cherry bombs.
Cherry bombs. There you go.
Yep, so, cherry McGillicuddy, which is hard to find down in Florida. Down here, they usually use like a cherry vodka when they make cherry bombs, but cherry McGillicuddy is the way to go. And then just some Monster or Red Bull around the outside. we have these special cups, just like a shot within a glass, and it works out well.
Yeah. So he pours the shot into the center and then fills the outside, and it's almost like, I mean, it's Red Bull, or I think we were having Monster, or either way, it was.
They're
so
good to
good.
get
They go down
tired.
so easy. They don't taste like cough medicine, like you would think like a cherry liqueur is going to taste like. Or,
it's like cherry Kool-Aid, and it goes down easy. And like I said, if you're tired, it wakes you up, so you're doing a lot of energy.
Yeah, right. So I'm getting my. This is what I have these stupid things. I'm sure everybody has these. You put like bread rolls in them or something, but this is what I put bacon in, and whenever I make waffles, I put them in it as well. Just line it with 2 pieces of paper towel.
Collect all the grease.
Yep, collect all the grease. That's right. Get a fork. I got to tell you though, this this little orange juice concoction with tangerine on the top and vodka. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Gotta try it next time.
So
Absolutely. I also have some. What's that?
Nate was cooking. We're just at the end of the Thanksgiving meal. We're making gravy, I believe, and we didn't have any like cooking utensils left. Everything was used. So Nate needs something to stir. So I used one of my plastic spoons to stir the hot gravy with, and it didn't work out so well.
No, it didn't. It turned into a ladle. I literally pulled it out of the gravy, and it was shaped. It had it was like a J at that point. It was great. All these guys coming. I mean, they smell fantastic. It smells like it smells like baking Thanksgiving. That's what it smells like. Oh, that means they're ready. So
Ready.
Let's get this down. Yeah, let's get this camera back over here.
So did anyone have Thanksgiving at Disney? If so, where did you eat? I'm really curious. What's like the go-to place?
Ooh, Scotty Nash says, like the tangerine. Yeah, Scotty, I actually picked them myself the other day at the Showcase of Citrus to really add to the
pizzazz.
Yeah, the pizzazz.
Yes.
I wanted to make everything as natural as possible because, I mean, it's handcrafted vodka. Let's not screw around and put stuff in there that's not, I mean, this literally just smells like amazing. I can't eat one just yet. They're super, super hot. Put some more down here. But yeah, if you're making pies, if you're making cakes, also I had that picture up. I'll put it back up here in a second. But the picture that was up when we first came live, that was of my pie caking. So I made a pumpkin pie, and then I made a scratch. Both of them were from scratch. But I made a spice cake, and I put half of the spice cake mixture in, and then literally had to take the pie out with 2 spatulas and carefully place it into a springform pan, which, if you don't know what that is, it's what you use to make cheesecakes. And then I cooked it, and then it came out, and I was like, wow, this is not cooked in the center. I literally had to bake it for like another half hour on top of like the 40 minutes that it went and cooked for, but it came out pretty dang good, so can't really knock it. So let's see if I can taste one of these things yet. So you guys can see the inside of it. It's really hot. So yeah, you can see the chunks of turkey here.
Yep.
So I'm one of those weird people that like don't like my food touching like my Thanksgiving plate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm really like I would try this, but I'm not sure if I'd like it or not.
Let me tell you something.
What?
I'm not just saying it. It's literally the most savory waffle that you could possibly imagine eating. Like without putting like a steak in there and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's so good. You can taste the stuffing. It's not overpowering. You definitely get the Bisquick, like the actual waffle mix flavor. But the turkey really.
Never drink some.
Mm.
Never drink some.
Yeah, drive some over, bro.
And you know what? Each bite is different. But what I'm going to do really.
That's the nice thing about waffles, though. They're so versatile. Like you can literally make savory waffles, dessert waffles. Like you can put anything in a waffle.
Let me show you what I can't.
I mean, one of my favorite meals is chicken and waffles, and like
I love chicken and waffles too.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, this
With
is
some
turkey
bacon.
and waffles. It's literally just turkey and waffles.
Yeah.
So I just made this gravy, and I am going to do this. Yep. I'm going to do it just like that.
You need some butter too, bro.
right into the ear of Mickey.
The Mickey ear.
Oh my God! Come eat this. The thing.
Did you dip it in the gravy?
I poured the gravy in Mickey's ear. Oh my God!
Poor Mickey.
It's so good. Yeah, poor Mickey. I poured it right in his ear. Poor.
Before you chop on it.
P-O-U-R, Mickey.
Or even like some mozzarella to dip it in. But not mozzarella, marinara. I just had my mother try a mac and cheese ball. They're good, but they'd be better if they had either ham in them or like some marinara to dip it in.
All right, everybody. All right, come look at what Reagan did. Go ahead. Now you got to be on screen. You're going to come in here and start eating waffles. Show everybody what you look like. Oh.
Not good.
I don't think she is now, but.
Yeah, she hurt herself. It was funny. She went bobbing for apples, but there was no apples and there was no bucket. She just.
It must have been all that snow confused her.
It was snowing.
If you haven't been to SeaWorld during the Christmas time, at 6:15 and every hour after, they make it snow. And it's a pretty long strip that they make it snow, but it's more like Snope.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Eat it. But a lot of kids were face up, mouth open, trying to catch it.
Yeah, don't eat the snow.
Yeah, don't eat it.
Snow's
It's a good
bad,
disinfectant.
right?
I'm sure it's not toxic, but I can't taste it.
Right.
Can't taste it at all.
So, Manny, tell us what you did while I get this next batch out of here.
For what? For Thanksgiving?
Last
In
week.
general?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah, it was very calm. Just had in-laws over. We had, traditional fixings. So we had Brussels sprouts, yams. What was it? Babe, what were in the yams? Grand Marnier. They're Grand Marnier.
Oh.
Grand Marnier yams.
Money hay. Grand
Yep.
money hay.
Turkey, stuffing, and then we had a red velvet cheesecake.
Wow.
Yep.
How do you make the cheesecake velvety like the cake though?
I don't know. That was my mother-in-law made it.
It's literally a chocolate cake with red food coloring.
I just ate it.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about how I did the turkey. I did spatchcocking, and before everybody starts giggling like we're in 4th grade and someone farted in the back of the room,
That's Nate's favorite, spatchcocking.
You love
Yeah.
spatchcocking.
I do. I just like
turkey.
saying spatch.
You like saying cocking.
I actually made a turkey today, but the way that I did it today is the same way that I did it the other day. So basically, there's a 19.
Oh, no.
turkey.
Sean's a turkey now.
Yep. Yeah, so fun. Here, let me do this and make it a little bit better for you.
Oh, I'm a
Oh,
turkey
you're
now.
a turkey. Yep. So then I spatchcock it, and what you do is you cut down the backbone. Okay,
What's underneath that
perpendicular
turkey?
to the backbone.
That's a turkey penis.
That's
And
what I thought.
That's the neck. Yep. And then you just spread it so that it fits wide ways instead of the long way in the pan. And then I make a turkey rub, and I make it the same way every time. Is I take a stick of butter, I get it to room temperature, and then I add a ton of granulated garlic.
And then you put the iPads on it?
Yep, the iPads. And that's what it looks like because obviously the turkey is cold.
Yep.
And this stuff kind of like coagulates on top, but it makes it like nice and thick. And I put it underneath the skin as well, so it gets on the meat, flavors it that way. And then that's what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Golden brown,
Nice.
juicy as anything. And that was an hour and 40 minutes we cooked that.
Nice.
I know at Sean's house we had almost a 25-pound bird, and it took just under 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and it was
cook the
so
whole thing.
juicy and good.
Yeah. Nothing dries out, and you would think it would because the whole cavity is open on the bottom, so a lot of air gets to it. But what happens is all the juice drips straight down into that cavity, and then obviously collects in the pan. But the pan drippings are also cooking the bottom of it, so it stays juicy.
Yeah, when you spatchcock it, the juices drip everywhere.
They do. you and your spatch. And I'll show it again, the pie cakin', which as you can see, there is a full pumpkin pie sitting right here. And then you just pour this on top. And then this was I made this cream cheese frosting, which is just cream cheese. What was it? Cream cheese, 4 cups of confectionery sugar, and like a little bit of, a couple of drops of vanilla. And that's really all that is. It's just straight terrible.
Manny,
but it
how
tastes
do you make
delicious.
your Brussels sprouts? Or what did you guys have in yours?
So my wife makes it. I know she uses balsamic vinegar, bacon, and then she she lets them soak in water for a bit, and then she pan fries them.
Nice.
Now, does she hit up? Does she smash them, bring them out, and smash them again and put them in? Or is it just one hit?
So I made Brussels sprouts too, but I use brown sugar, maple syrup, and bourbon. And there were
nice. Sure, I gotta try
those
that.
were good.
Do you
dump it all together and freaking throw it in the oven and let it cook until it gets crispy?
Have you used your air fryer for Brussels sprouts? I want to try that.
I have not, but I did see today someone made green beans in the air fryer and they looked amazing. So I think Brussels sprouts would actually look really well too, and probably cook after. So I'm gonna try that next time.
Yeah, I gotta get.
Did we cover the turkey with foil? The one we did at Sean's house. So the directions that I was following was 450 for a half hour, 400 for 2 to 2.5 hours. At the 30-minute mark, because I think it was because it might have been too close to the top of the oven. It did start to burn the skin a little bit, so we did just lightly place foil on it, and it stopped that immediately. But the skin was in no way charred or taste weird or made anything any kind of weird taste in it.
It was good.
I ended up. Go ahead.
It was good.
Yeah, and I ended up turning the skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't charred and like broken or anything like that. We did and then I lowered the heat to about 375, and that's when it cooked for just about 2.5 hours after that initial 30 minutes. But it was delicious. I thought it came out really well, especially if you think about a 24-pound bird.
That's huge, bro.
20 minutes. It's 20 minutes per pound is the usual. So you're talking 400 minutes. That's a lot. I mean, that's 6 hours, or however you want to look at it. And it was 2.5 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It really came out.
Is there any flipping with spatchcocking, or you keep it that way the whole time?
It looks like what those look like. They look like clam cakes
or conch fritters.
Yeah, conch fritters. Yeah,
actually, they do look like conch fritters.
Yeah,
they're disgusting, but they do look like them.
They are disgusting. Those are gross.
You don't like conch fritters, Nate?
I don't eat any seafood, so no.
My wife likes them.
My wife likes them.
You're like in the perfect spot for seafood too, man.
Well, when we were in Turks and Caicos, we went to a place where they caught them fresh in the ocean, and then they just like grabbed them out. And when I saw them grab it out, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that Circle's place. I think they probably get fresh fish daily too there.
Yeah, we got to go there again. That place was amazing. Manny and I went to that place called Circles. It's in
Apollo Beach.
Apollo Beach. Awesome little spot. Yeah, great food, great drinks, great service, and just like a real pretty area, very Palm Beach looking to me. And I mean, it's not like I frequent Palm Beach, but it's exactly what you'd think it would be. The place was on a dock. All the places around it were either I think the houses that we looked up in the real estate, app real quick as we were going through were 4 to 6 million. But there were a lot of 2- and 3-story condo buildings that were also right along docks. Everybody had slips. They had a big building. This was crazy too, because we saw at work is they had this huge building with like a huge garage door, and this huge forklift would go in and come out with a boat. Just like come out, like holding like this massive ship, and then they would just like put it in the water.
But he moved fast too. It's not like he went slow. He was just like zooming.
That thing was swinging. Like I'm surprised. Like he was probably like tipping like this and in the machine trying to make sure it didn't tip over. But yeah, no, that place was awesome. Absolutely. And then we went to the worst tiki bar on the planet. So that's what happened. Sorry,
It's always, you always have to do something bad when you do something good, right?
What tiki bar? No, if it was the worst, I don't even want to call him out. Don't even want to know the name.
It starts with a D.
And it ends with Ahi Hut. It's not that it was the worst bar. It was just the worst bartender. I mean, when you go to a tiki bar, especially if it's the oldest tiki bar in Florida, like you expect a certain level of knowledge.
Right.
And her knowledge level was below minimum. I mean, I was like, what's in a sneaky tiki? Because it was one of their specials. And I was like, what's in a sneaky tiki? she hesitated, stared at us for a second, and goes, rum and probably
Pineapple?
pineapple. And I was like, what? Like, how do you even say that? Like, everything is rum and pineapple if it's tiki. Like, that's what tiki starts with. But yeah, it was. But you know.
Yep. And she was making drinks with a drink card too.
Yeah. So a lady came in and asked for a glass of Chardonnay. She picked up a bottle of red wine and read the label and then put it down. I was like, okay, listen.
Really?
Yeah. You have to have some knowledge of something.
I went to a bar once and ordered a Captain Coke, and the dude asked me how to make that. And I'm like, well, you take your Captain, add some ice, add some more Captain, and top it with Coke.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to be totally rude to her, and like call her out and just like blast her, even though we were just dying laughing. But we started the conversation of, how long have you worked here? And that was, a little over a month. And we're like, oh, okay, so, and then before we could even follow that up, we were like, oh, all right, And she says, yeah, my first job back after being out of the workforce for 5 years.
5 years.
Now, there's only one reason people say workforce and been out of the workforce is because they were in jail. Like, that's really the only thing you would say.
I mean,
to follow
usually
that up with workforce.
Bartenders is one position you usually don't have a hard time finding people for. Because, I mean, most people want to bartend.
Sure.
And you can make a lot of money doing it if you do it well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that that's what they decided to hire.
But after 5 years, like, there was no one else that wanted to get hired.
The question is, which owner was she related to?
Yeah.
I don't think
that's
she
literally
was.
what's probably happened.
Yeah.
So-
Needless to say, I felt so bad because I drugged Nate out there. And then I was like, oh, crap, man. And I said, I'm sorry. I don't know how many freaking times in the car ride back.
But then she followed herself up, her own conversation about being out of the workforce for 5 years, which we were already rolling our eyes, to her saying, well, I used to be a bartender.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And I used to manage a liquor store. And I was
Yeah.
like, but then went to a way, but oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, it was very put offish. So Manny says, Tiki Fever coming, blah, blah. And we were like, and I was like, yeah, I mean, this place is going to be busy. And she's like, yeah, we're just going to do pre-made drinks. And we were like, you can't do that. You can't have 200 Tiki drink aficionados come into your drink and you pull out a pre-mixed zombie. They're going to kill you.
You're going to get flamed, dude.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And then
I thought
something
you do that in my
very
own
weird happened.
Patio bar.
So pretty much everybody that was sitting at the bar, and there was only one other table in there when we went. We were there at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
and everybody left except for us. And this gentleman walks in. Okay, very doesn't belong there.
Yep.
Just really out of place. You could tell maybe he was homeless or he was down on his luck or something.
Mhm.
But he went and sat down in a chair.
So he took the afternoon train to Bahi Hut?
Yep. And then at about 5 minutes later, he gets up and starts walking to get out. You walk towards the bar and you walk right out the door. And he comes walking up, and she was like, you could tell she was ready for him to be walking. Like they were like she knew him, and she was like, "Hey, so you?" And he just. Legit just walked away from her.
That's
And
funny.
you could tell she was like, hey, do you have my money? Like, that's what she was trying to say to this guy. And he was like, just not having it. So he left. And then we left pretty much right after that and drove 2 hours back home.
So you're saying if Manny asked me to go to a bar, just say no.
If he says Bahi Hut, I would say absolutely not.
Yeah. I think that's the only bad place I've taken you so far.
Yeah, no. The other bars that we wanted to go to were all
They were closed.
Mondays.
Yeah.
You should bring him that what's it called, that Casa Lanai Tiki bar sometime.
Oh man, I heard about that place. I used to have directions. I'll have to look it up again.
They have a really good 44 Mai Tai.
You know what? You know what else they have really good? They have good air conditioning in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The air conditioning. It's kicking. It's rocking cold. And if it's not, you can go outside and check the pipes. And
at 3 a.m. while you're drunk, and the cops will come and talk to you.
Yeah, and jump out of their truck and run at you and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Breaking in a car?" No, I'm in mesh shorts and a t-shirt, and his air conditioning doesn't work. Like that's literally what happened.
I'm just checking his pipes.
Just making sure that Castle and I's pipes were working strong.
I'm gonna spatchcock it.
I was going to spatchcock his pipes at 3 a.m. Get all that frost off of there.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, so we still got to go to Burnt Ends, Jungle Bird.
Yeah. Well, we've got to get Sean to Suffering Bastard.
Yeah.
I was telling him about that. Like, we got to get you out there. Man, that place is awesome. Super little hole in the wallish. It's inside of, like, a sports bar that has, like,
a bottle shop.
What do they
How
call
about we
that
go
board?
December 18th? I'm free that night.
Shuffleboard.
Me too. Yeah, let's do that.
December 18th. Let's make a date.
December 18th.
December 18th. I will be in New Orleans. Nowlands.
Gotcha.
Now,
All right, so I will say I am tentatively going. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'll be at Latitudes that day.
oh, nice.
Latitude 29.
Yep.
Nice. They had something going on this weekend, didn't
Yeah, the beach. They did the beach bomb, the Christmas party that they do all around the U.S. at different tiki bars.
they? Yeah, that's awesome.
No.
Little pop up
Surfing.
things.
So
Right?
what was it? What do they call it? Surfing Santa.
Oh, that's
Nice.
right. I've heard about those.
Yeah. They do pop-ups here in Orlando too. If you look on the site.
Do they?
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye
We
out.
were gonna stop by Cocktails and Screams the other night, but
We got too late.
it was a little too late.
I
Yeah.
literally invited you out. Primarily
You
'cause I
said
needed a
I'm
ride
on my
home.
way there. What are you doing? And I was like, I'm, have kids and stuff. And you were like, that's neat. See ya. And I was like, all right.
That's not what happened.
And then your car broke.
Then my car broke.
And then everything went to hell.
Yes. Hopefully, I find out tomorrow what's wrong with the car that I bought last year, brand new. So
Oh shit.
they say there's they literally had to take apart the entire engine because they think there's sludge in it, whatever that means, like bad.
Did you change your oil?
They changed it for me. Like I've
Oh,
only
yeah. As long as you have those records, then yeah, it's on their end.
And I mean, like I said, it's a 1-year-old car, and yeah, and
You shouldn't have sludge in your engine after
I
a
have
year.
I have two bumper-to-bumper warranties on it, so they better fix the fucking thing.
Right.
Otherwise, Nate's gonna batch cock it, and
Well, I
Get it on fire.
tried to bring my car in. They just won't give me one to drive in the meantime. So I can't just leave my car somewhere and walk around. Like that's not gonna for a week.
You can go around in your golf cart.
Yeah, I could. I don't think my batteries would make it to the dealership. I gotta be honest with you. That's like a showcase of citrus and back twice, and then it's gonna charge overnight.
Take a backup battery pack, man.
I would pick you up, Nate, but I don't have a car, so
It
sorry.
runs on 7 batteries.
7, Jesus.
Yep. And I prefer Jesus.
Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's the guy that cuts my grass on the weekends.
Mine was Carlos. Now his name's Nate. That guy named Nate cuts my lawn now.
Yeah.
I bought one of those the 40-volt Ryobi lawnmowers.
The electric ones. Yep.
Awesome. Love it.
You do the whole yard in one charge?
I can if it depends on how short I'm cutting it. If I'm trying to cut it really short, it'll take me 2.
All right.
But I can do the whole thing in 1. Yep.
Not bad.
I switched to apple cider and Scotty's handcrafted vodka. So it's actually fantastic. I really have a thing for cider. The only problem is like everybody else who drinks cider, if you drink too much apple anything, you have to go. And that's not fun times. But it's a lot better than doing shots of milk, of milky cream shots.
It wasn't milk.
It's cream.
It was cream-based rum that you can only buy in Wisconsin. And it tastes amazing.
It does. It just didn't feel well. It didn't feel amazing after an hour or so sitting in your stomach. But yeah.
Yeah. Creamy, milky stuff. Yes. That's
Tough drinks.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no. So we made some leftover stuff. I hope that was fun for everybody. Now I've got a bunch of waffles I have to try to feed to my kids tomorrow morning, and I know they're gonna hate them. But
You can drive them over here, bro.
yeah, just stop by here on your way down to the City Works or wherever you're gonna go deliver beer. Manny works for Civil Society Brewing, so I bet if
Where's that?
beer.
Original locations in Abacoa, which is Jupiter.
Okay.
And then there's a second location in West Palm.
Gotcha.
Then we just celebrated 6-year anniversary last weekend.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you're distributed mainly in Florida, correct?
Yeah, we do some distribution in Georgia and a couple other places. But moving on next year, I'll start working on sending out to Illinois, Pennsylvania, Arizona, more towards like California coast, and then work our way up.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
Sean, when do you go back? You go back to work Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yep,
Nice.
one more day off. I got family in town until Tuesday, so took the week and a couple days off. We will have no plans tomorrow, though, because one, I don't have a car, and two, it's kind of going to be chilly tomorrow. So
Yeah. I just saw it's going to be in the 50s, low
Yeah.
50s.
No way.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, all day?
I think the highs was
65 or 68 or something.
No,
Well, they
the
said
highest.
68 today, and it was 70. It's
Yeah.
60 right now. 68 and
No,
sunny.
dude, it's 59 right now.
Real feel is 59. It's 60.
Yeah, 1 degree is going to make a difference, Nate.
It does. Come correct. 68 degrees with a 2% chance of precipitation tomorrow.
Yeah, so high of 68 in midday, and then it drops back down.
See, and mine is high of 66, the low of
Ooh,
45.
tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cold. But then by the weekend,
It says
back in the high
45 tomorrow
70s.
Yeah, 79 by Thursday.
Yep.
78, 79, 76, 78. Oh, yeah. We're rocking.
Yeah.
We got some good weather coming up.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully,
Perfect-
it stays like
perfect
that in
park
Jacksonville
weather.
back.
65 in West
65
Palm.
in
But
West Palm.
Oh, you're in West Palm? Also, she's
That'd
near
be
my second location.
it's going to be pretty cold, though, for West Palm. I mean, aren't they used to like the high 80s all the time up there?
Yeah. Yeah. It
mean-
definitely gets a lot colder up in Central Florida than it does in South Florida. So whenever we would come up from Miami to go to the parks, I'd always forget to bring a jacket because, you know, the coldest we'd get in Miami is in the 70s, maybe mid 60s. It's off of Canuga Drive in near downtown West Palm.
Canuga.
I want to go visit West Palm this summer. My kids go up to Wisconsin for the summer, so I have no kids. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go check out some.
It's a cool spot. They've got the main street's got a bunch of bars and restaurants. There's a really good, if you like burgers, it's called Grease Bar.
Nice.
Killer burgers. Italian, they've got a place called Lenora's, does really good food. Southern, okay. So off of Wellington. All right, that's not too far.
Speaking of Wellington, Nate's going to make us beef Wellington next time. So
Ooh.
I mean, I can. It takes a lot longer than a couple of waffles.
I told my neighbors once that I'd make that because they were coming over for dinner. I'm like, oh, I'll make beef Wellington. Never made it before. Found a recipe. Like it was like almost $120 just for the ingredients. I mean, it
Yeah.
tastes pretty good, but I'm like,
Mhm.
yep, never again.
Wellington is the large steak.
It's a whole tenderloin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to make a crust around it, and there's like some liver paste. And
To be fair,
to be fair,
We did Brazilian barbecue for Nate when he came over.
Oh,
that one time.
that's so good. I have Brazilian neighbors, and they make that all the time.
Yeah.
It's so
do
good.
they use utensils?
No,
I don't know.
You don't.
this is
Yeah,
your
we use-
utensils right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. 'Cause they just handed me a plate, and they expect me to grab pieces of steak off of it. So
Yeah, that's how
There
you
you
do
go.
it, bro.
I'm assuming like that's
That's the way.
the
That is
way.
the way.
Take your kids to
Take your kids to the
Country
Lion
Safari.
County Safari.
It's a cool spot. You drive through it in your car, but you risk your car getting damaged by animals.
No,
So it's
Sure.
a 50-50. No.
like lions.
No, so the lions don't come that close. I think they have those fenced off more, but like the elephants and all that stuff, giraffes, they can get right up to
Nice.
your window.
Yeah, forget a lion who will scratch you. Just an elephant will walk over
Yeah.
you.
Smash the car.
Crush.
And then they have
Crush.
a park area where you can park your car. I think they added, like when my kid was older, they added water, like a little water splash pad thing, and then you can feed certain animals and
Gotcha.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
The last
That's
time we
where
took
you
our
feed the
kids to we're at Animal Kingdom on the safari ride.
Mhm.
My daughter, who's 8, but she's a tiny 8, was sitting at like the window part, and an ostrich out of nowhere comes running up from behind a bush and like just starts poking his head through like the window, like trying to like bite or something. I think
Yeah.
I grabbed her and pulled her. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, those things scare the shit out of me. I don't trust ostriches.
Neither do I.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, those things are evil.
Yeah.
especially that one at the World of Citrus or Showcase of Citrus.
Showcase of Citrus, yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia.
Yeah, that
Olivia?
ostrich is mean too. Tries
Yeah. Poke your eyes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
she comes right
tries
through
to
the
eat
fence
your
like this.
soul.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Poke your eyes out, kid.
Yeah, for real.
It's not considering how ladies sleep well.
So I didn't really sleep very well last night, but I woke up and twice watched Christmas Vacation.
Oh,
That's
nice.
my favorite movie.
It was on a marathon yesterday. 24-hour
Oh,
marathon.
was it?
Have you watched Elf yet?
Well, about 6 times, yeah.
So my daughter wanted to have a movie night last night. So I'm like, fine. And we're like, we'll pick out a Christmas movie and we'll watch a Christmas movie. Well, she picks out Krampus.
Oh, great movie.
But no, it wasn't like the one that came out in theaters a couple years ago. It was like some like C-rated movie that's some like
Oh, it's a bootleg?
Yeah, it's called like Krampus Unleashed. Worst acting, no plot whatsoever. Like every parent just dies, like had their necks split open and like, these fake ass intestines pulled out of them. And then like just the kids survive, and at the end one kid gets attacked by a mini baby Krampus. And we're like, what the fuck is this? But we're also invested in it, and we had to see how it ended. So we watched half of this horribly bad movie. Like, I'm pretty sure my son, who's 12, could have made a better movie, but that was our fun last night. Nate's like, call me. I'm like, I can't. I'm watching Krampus Unleashed. Like when it's done.
Why? What's going on? Man down, man down.
I gotta watch Die Hard. That's a great Christmas movie.
It is. That is a Christmas movie. I will agree with that. People
It
fight
happens
over
on Christmas, but I wouldn't say it's
A Christmas movie then.
No.
Yeah.
It happens on Christmas.
A lot of Christmas movies lead up to Christmas. Like, okay, look at the Santa Claus, okay? That literally starts the day after Christmas and then goes the entire year back to Christmas.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know. I just...
Gremlins happens during Christmas.
Christmas
movie.
Yep.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Mhm.
Great horror movie. Christmas movie.
There's a bunch of movies you can add to the Christmas genre. It's only the purists that block them.
I don't know if it's purist or what you think a Christmas movie should entail. That's all.
A movie that takes place on Christmas.
Okay. Night of the Living Dead. Horror movie.
Yep.
Some call it a comedy. A dark comedy.
I
You know
mean,
what
I could see it.
I'm just saying that there are variances when it.
But I mean,
when it comes
the
to stuff.
Krampus movie when it came out, it was advertised as a horror comedy. So I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
it can happen.
I don't know.
wouldn't-
For me, Christmas movies, I think of like all the Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Well, I think
super
of Christmas
soppy.
Vacation. I think of Elf. I think of A Christmas Story.
Okay.
Like, that's a Christmas movie. Feel good, Christmas family, funny. But I mean,
I'm still waiting for a new Hallmark Christmas movie where like Aunt Becky gets out of prison and meets up with her like long lost husband.
Aunt Becky.
Or she meets up with a pen pal, maybe.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know her real name. It's just Aunt Becky.
There should be a like a Tiger King Christmas movie if he gets released. That'd be great.
That would be
Man, look. A lot of people used to talk about Tiger King, and I was like, whatever, it's some redneck dude or whatever. And then I watched the first episode, and I looked at Reagan, and I was like, you fucking kidding me? Like,
Dude,
what the
you
hell
get
is this guy about?
You
I
get
actually
sucked in.
Yeah, I went down to Carol Baskin's place last summer, but it was all like fenced off. You couldn't get in; they had it blocked.
Yeah.
There's probably a good 32 Amazon packages outside their gate because even Amazon couldn't get in and deliver. So they just threw the boxes like literally on the sidewalk, and there was a bunch of them piled up.
Wow.
Most people didn't take them, but I didn't want to risk it because I figured it could be like a time bomb or something, or a pipe bomb, or I don't know.
They're
Or
probably
they got
sending them-
cameras on you, and like you grab it, and you get shot or something.
Right.
they unleash the tigers. They let the
She
tigers.
doesn't have the
Sardine
greatest
oil.
history of leaving people alone. So
Sardine oil, right?
Well, now we got to find out what happened to Sean. He's disappeared like Don.
Last noon, Carol Baskin.
yeah.
Damn,
Well,
bitch, Carol Baskin.
I think that movie came out. I mean, that series also came out in like the most perfect timing as well. Like
Right,
yeah.
everyone's
COVID.
locked in.
Yeah.
COVID. No one's got
Yeah.
anything to do.
I don't think it really would have taken off if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I really don't.
For sure. That was like a perfect storm right there for that.
Right. I know like half the cast is dead, and yeah.
So next week we're gonna have our second Tiki show, and I know we've been talking about it for a while, but with the holidays and everything, and there's been so many mug releases in the
Yep.
past 2 weeks. It's been it's been ridiculous. I mean, I went to one. We watched one online the other night. I mean,
Yep.
it's, everybody's been pretty busy, but trying to lock something down this week. Been in talks with. Hopefully, we can get our buddy Josh to come on by and hang out with us next week. Talk tiki, tiki drinks, tiki mugs, tiki lifestyle. What you like, all that kind of stuff. I'll wear an Aloha shirt.
Hey.
I'll blow tiny bubbles.
Because I never wear Aloha shirts, so
Tiny bubbles.
like my wardrobe is literally, and Sean's been in my closet before, haven't you, Sean?
Hey.
It's like half Aloha shirts. No, I'd say like 3/4 Aloha shirts and 25% black shirts.
So I own one tropically Hawaiian shirt, and it has tigers on it. So
there you go.
It's my Tiger
Dual
King.
purpose. So Tiger King and also tropical.
That's literally why I bought it. Yes.
Best you could come up with. And like we said, we talked about last week, and we've been talking about for a while. Website should be up by the end of the year.
Yep.
Sean and I have been talking about it, figuring out how we want it to be, and we also want to give you guys a better schedule as to what we're doing instead of on Wednesday we all just throw in a chat. Hey, what are we talking about this week? Sometimes that happens, but we are trying to get it more productive, to have a lot more fun with you guys. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about, or a show you want us to do, or something like that, we can do that. Sean and I were talking about maybe going back to a park soon. Maybe like
Universal,
SeaWorld or Universal, or
Yeah.
Maybe Manny can even join us, because I think, Manny, you got Universal passes, right?
Universal.
Oh, yeah. Late to the party,
just so
but
you guys know
evening,
too,
guys. Hey, Fache. What's up,
I might be
Fache?
going live tomorrow, because you know how people do the crazy things with lights, where they dance to music and whatnot. A friend of mine who did things for Disney in the past has a really amazingly awesome light show, and we want to go check it out tomorrow night. So he starts the lights at 6 p.m. So sometime after that, when we get there, I'll probably go live for a little bit, so you guys can watch if you want to. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, I'm talking like water fountains in his front yard, and like
Crazy.
He goes all out. Yeah, I know he wanted to get some like flamethrowers, but I'm not sure if he got
Nice,
those.
Gary.
We'll see.
Does he stream the music? Like, there's a guy in my neighborhood doing that, where he's streaming the music.
Yeah,
so to on FM signal.
Yep, you turn on an FM signal and you can listen to it in your car. I usually get out and meet him and talk to him in his yard anyways about the shit he has going on, so I can just hear the music as it is. But yeah, you can definitely hear it from your car if you want to. And it's kind of I'm not really sure where it is. I think it's up by Apopka. Can't remember. I've only been there once, but no, it's pretty sweet. And yeah, he does a really good job. So I'll definitely stream part of it tomorrow when I get there, just so you guys can see it. But otherwise, if you're in Florida and you're around the area, I'll post the address, and you guys should probably check it out, because it's, like I said, it's definitely Disney style, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, show me where it'll be. I might be able to swing out there. I don't know if I'm going to make it over to Hollywood Studios tomorrow to go see Mario, because Mario's in town. I think Joe is in town too.
Bourbon Dune Oil Man. Okay.
Well, 2 more shots. Manny's crushing the shots tonight. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on. Thanks for coming by and watching us make weird shit and drink and goof on each other, and we'll break Manny in a little bit and see if he can hang.
All right, that's right.
But yeah, post up. You guys find any good memes? That one that Ray showed me yesterday. That one was actually pretty funny, with the Genie Plus with the guys from Pawn Stars. That was a good one.
It's good because it's true, unfortunately.
It's so true. Yeah, it definitely is. But Mario said he's going to try Genie Plus tomorrow he's going to possibly try Genie Plus tomorrow at Hollywood Studios, because he wants to rope drop and see if he can get Slinky Dog. But we'll see what happens. But I mean, I know you can do 50. I know you pay $15. You can, get on Rise. So you do that too.
I mean,
such a great ride.
If you're like by yourself, or like just one other person, you really want to ride it. It's not like $30. I'd probably pay it just to go ride it. I mean, it's a decent ride, but for a family of 4 or more, that's insane.
Yeah, $60 or $75. It's
right. You pretty much have to pay to ride it, unless you want to wait 3-4 hours in line now.
Yes.
Yeah, the line has been ridiculous. Every time I go to Hollywood, it's definitely triple wrapped around, comes out of Galaxy's Edge, goes back
Right.
in twice.
But
I
I've
mean,
heard
it's probably the best ride there.
a lot of people saying, I mean, Disney's always exaggerated wait times by like 10, 15 minutes, but people are saying like it shows 80 and you get on in 20, or shows 40, you get on in 10.
Yeah.
So they're really exaggerating. And I think it's to get people to buy Disney Plus or Genie Plus, whatever the hell it's called.
Genie Plus, yeah, to try to skip the lines, yeah. And Genie Plus, I guess, and I don't know the exact numbers. Obviously, we heard that when Fast Pass was going on, it was 10-1. So every 10 Fast Pass that went in, they would let in one
Right.
standby.
I would have to think it's even worse now, except people are actually paying for it now. They're going to expect to go first. Where Fast Pass was free, so I mean, you couldn't really bitch.
Right. You can break it down easy, but yeah,
Right.
no, people have to wait. So
Right.
So yeah, well, hopefully we'll hear from Moria tomorrow. Sean's gonna at least go live, if not drop an address for us.
Yep.
Maybe we can swing out there and check that out. Manny's gonna do shots, and Manny, you're not allowed to stop doing shots until 3:00 p.m. tomorrow, starting now. So yeah, we'll talk to everybody then, and yeah, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Sunday night. Hope everybody had a safe and nice holiday, and we've got another holiday coming up here in just a few weeks. So, yeah, we'll figure out what other fun and what other kind of antics we can bring at you guys. So,
yeah.
Neverland Nate, Skipper Sean, and Rum Drunk Manny. We'll catch you soon this week, next week, tomorrow, 15 minutes.